Sugar for sure is the new tobacco.
The average cost of insulin in the U.S. is about 800% higher than that of other developed economies.
Virtually every item in the store that has a food label, it has some form of sugar.
We eat more than 100 pounds of sugar per person each year. That's more than 3 times the recommended amount by the Food and Drug Administration. And it's not just candy, snacks, and soda. Hidden sugars in things like processed food, cereal, salad dressing, and even yogurt are adding to our sugar intake. And in a recent Time magazine article, Dr. Mark Hyman says it's time to treat sugar like cigarettes.
Even today, our peak health authorities like the National Heart Foundation endorse cereals that, might be low in fat, but they're up to 30% sugar.
There's over 75 different names for sugar. So a lot of times when we're actually going to the supermarket and buying products and we look at the product label and look at the ingredients, we really can't decipher what is and what isn't sugar because there's so many different names for it.
Do y'all know that sugar is poisoning us all?
Get it, girl. Get it, girl.
That's when you're gonna need a root canal.
I love sugar.
Yeah, you heard me right. That sweet, innocent-looking stuff is secretly destroying our health. And it's all part of a bigger, more sinister plan. The food industry and Big Pharma are in cahoots, hooking us on sugar and keeping us sick for profit. From hidden sugars lurking in your so-called healthy foods to the billions they're making off diabetes medications, there's a dark side to sugar they don't want you to see. Today, we're blowing the lid off this sugar conspiracy, exposing the dirty secrets that are poisoning us all. Strap in, because this ride is about to get intense. All right, let's break it down. Sugar ain't just sugar, you know. It comes in all kinds of forms and it's hiding everywhere. First up, we got natural sugars like fructose, glucose, and lactose. These are the ones you'll find in fruits, veggies, and dairy products. They're pretty chill when eaten in moderation because they come packaged with fiber, vitamins, and minerals. But don't let that fool you into thinking all sugars are created equal.
Sugar became ubiquitous in virtually all of the processed foods and foods over the counter that you buy at the grocery store. And so now everything has sugar in it. Ketchup has sugar in it. Tomato sauce for spaghetti has sugar in it. And the reason why that is because we have this sort of genetic predisposition for wanting something that is of a sugar origin.
Now here's where things get sketchy. Added sugars. This is the real troublemaker. We're talking about high fructose corn syrup, table sugar, sucrose, and all those syrups and sweeteners they sneak into processed foods. These bad boys are everywhere. Sodas, cereals, sauces, you name it. They don't come with the good stuff like fiber or nutrients, just empty calories that wreak havoc on your body. And then we got hidden sugars. Oh, these are the sneakiest of all. You ever check the labels on your favorite snacks? Bet you didn't know your so-called healthy yogurt or salad dressing is loaded with sugar. The food industry loves to disguise sugar under different names like maltose, dextrose, and rice syrup. It's like they're playing a game of hide and seek and we're the ones losing. So next time you're out grocery shopping, keep an eye out. Sugar is everywhere and it's out to get you. Trust me, it's a sneaky little devil that's causing way more trouble than you think.
As refined sugar becomes a key ingredient in almost everything, America sees a skyrocketing number of diabetes cases, affecting more than 30 million today. The condition can also lead to heart problems, kidney disease, nerve damage, even amputation. Dentists also begin to see an epidemic of tooth decay.
Now, let's talk about what happens when all that sugar hits your system. When you chow down on carbs, your body breaks them down into glucose, which is basically sugar. This glucose is like the fuel your body runs on, giving you that quick burst of energy. But here's the catch. Your body has a whole system in place to manage this sugar rush, and it's called insulin. Insulin's like the traffic cop of your bloodstream, directing glucose where it needs to go. Eat too much sugar, and you're flooding the streets with glucose, making it hard for insulin to keep things under control. Your blood sugar levels spike, and you might feel a quick high, but what goes up must come down. When your blood sugar crashes, you're left feeling tired, cranky, and craving more sugar. It's a vicious cycle. But that's just the short-term drama. Over time, all this sugar overload can lead to some serious health issues.
On a high carbohydrate diet, though, there's still a lot of glucose left over. And now the liver causes it to be stored in the most amazing fuel depot in the human body. It's called fat cells. And what's happening to people today on this high carbohydrate diet? They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Your body gets tired of constantly pumping out insulin, and it starts to ignore it. That's what we call insulin resistance. When that happens, your blood sugar stays high, leading to type 2 diabetes. And it doesn't stop there. High blood sugar can mess up your organs, damage your nerves, and even lead to heart disease. So, while that sugary snack might give you a quick pick-me-up, it's setting the stage for a whole lot of trouble down the road. Remember, your body can only handle so much sugar before things start to break down. All right, fam, it's time to spill some serious tea on the dark side of added sugars. We know sugar makes things taste good, but the health risks? They're no joke. Let's start with obesity. Added sugars are packed with empty calories. They fill you up without giving your body any of the nutrients it needs. So, you end up eating more and more, gaining weight faster than you can say sugar rush. The stats don't lie. More than 40% of adults in the US are obese, and added sugars are a big part of the problem. Next up, we got diabetes. Too much sugar means your body has to work overtime producing insulin. But like we said before, when your body can't keep up, you end up with insulin resistance, which leads to type 2 diabetes. And guess what? More than 34 million Americans have diabetes, and another 88 million are pre-diabetic. Those numbers are sky high, and sugar is a major culprit.
Insulin resistance and high blood sugar is the cause of most diseases because it creates so much inflammation in the body. It paralyzes the immune system. Eliminate all of them, okay? They are not needed. They are not a food.
But the drama doesn't stop there. Excess sugar is a major player in heart disease, too. It raises your blood pressure, increases inflammation, and leads to fatty liver disease, all of which are risk factors for heart attacks and strokes. Studies have shown that people who get 25% or more of their calories from added sugars are twice as likely to die from heart disease compared to those who consume less than 10%. And let's not forget about those sneaky foods packed with added sugars. We're talking about sodas, energy drinks, and even so-called healthy options like granola bars and flavored yogurts. A single can of soda can have up to 10 teaspoons of sugar. That's more than the American Heart Association's recommended daily limit of 6 teaspoons for women and 9 teaspoons for men. It's like the food industry is setting us up for failure, one sugary snack at a time. So it's clear that added sugars are bad news. They're making us fatter, sicker, and more prone to life-threatening diseases. The worst part? Most of us don't even realize how much sugar we're consuming every day. It's time to wake up and smell the sugar-coated lies we've been fed. Let's dig into how Big Pharma is playing us all like a fiddle with this sugar addiction. You ever wonder why there are so many weight loss pills and diabetes medications on the market?
Today I went and picked up my insulin prescription. That retails for $340 a vial. I go through 2 to 3 vials a month. So how are normal, everyday working class people in this country supposed to afford to keep themselves alive?
It's no coincidence. The more sugar we consume, the more we need their meds to deal with the fallout. It's like they're selling us the problem and the solution. Talk about a dirty game. Think about it. When you're hooked on sugar, your chances of obesity and diabetes shoot up. And who's there to swoop in with a fix? Big Pharma, of course.
I'm a bull in this industry, man.
They're raking in billions from medications like insulin, metformin, and all those weight loss drugs. In 2019 alone, the global diabetes drugs market was worth over $45 billion. That's right, billions! They're making bank off our sugar addiction. And the worst part is, they don't want us to stop. But it gets even more scandalous. These pharmaceutical giants spend big bucks on lobbying and marketing to keep us in the dark about the real dangers of sugar. They fund studies that downplay the risks and promote medications as the ultimate solution. And don't even get me started on their cozy relationship with the food industry. It's all connected, y'all. The more sugar-laden products we buy, the more meds we need, and the richer they get. And here's the kicker. A lot of these drugs come with their own set of side effects. Weight loss pills can mess with your heart, diabetes meds can lead to kidney problems, and the list goes on. It's a never-ending cycle of dependency, keeping us hooked on their products while they laugh all the way to the bank.
The average cost of insulin in the US is about 800% higher than that of other developed economies.
Next time you see an ad for the latest miracle weight loss drug or diabetes treatment, remember who's really pulling the strings. It's a tangled web of deceit, and we're the ones getting caught in it. Big Pharma wants us addicted to sugar because it keeps their pockets full. And our health? Well, that's just collateral damage. Now let's spill the tea on the food industry and how they've got us all hooked on sugar like it's the latest must-have accessory. These big food companies are masters at manipulating our cravings and making sure we keep coming back for more. They've turned sugar into the star ingredient in almost everything we eat. Why? Because sugar is addictive, and an addicted customer is a loyal customer. First off, the marketing strategies are off the charts. They target us from a young age, plastering sugary cereal ads all over kids' TV shows and using colorful packaging that screams, "Buy me!" They know kids will nag their parents until they give in.
All right, we're going in the store. Don't ask for nothing. Don't touch nothing. Don't say nothing. I'm not about to be in here all day. Touch one more thing.
But it doesn't stop with kids. They've got us adults in their sights too. Ever notice how the healthy options at the grocery store are often loaded with hidden sugars? That's not by accident. They slap on labels like low fat or all natural to make us feel good about our choices, while sneaking in sugars under fancy names like evaporated cane juice or agave nectar. And then there's the economic side of things. Sugar is cheap, y'all. It's one of the cheapest ingredients out there, so food companies use it to bulk up their products without spending a fortune. This maximizes their profits while minimizing their costs. It's a win-win for them, but a lose-lose for our health. Processed foods are cheaper and more convenient, making it easy for us to choose them over healthier options. The result? We're consuming way more sugar than we realize, and our health is paying the price. Let's talk about some real-world examples. Take a look at soda companies like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. They spend millions on advertising, sports sponsorships, and even funding scientific research to downplay the health risks of their sugary drinks. They want us to believe that their products can be part of a balanced lifestyle, all while we guzzle down can after can of liquid sugar.
This is actually the amount of sugar in one can of soda. It's one 12-ounce can.
The bottom line is, the food industry has perfected the art of sugar addiction. They know exactly how to keep us hooked and coming back for more. And they're not about to change their ways. Why would they? As long as we keep buying, they keep profiting. It's a vicious cycle, and we're the ones caught in the middle. All right, y'all, it's time to get real. This isn't just some abstract issue. It's personal. Sugar addiction is affecting our health, our lives, and our future. We've got to wake up and see the sugar-coated lies for what they are. If you're thinking, why should I care? Let me hit you with some truth bombs. First off, sugar addiction is ruining our health. We've talked about obesity, diabetes, and heart disease, but it goes deeper than that. Excess sugar can lead to fatty liver disease, tooth decay, and even some cancers. It messes with our mood, causing irritability, anxiety, and even depression. It's like we're trading our well-being for a momentary sugar high. Think about your loved ones. Kids are growing up in a world where sugar is the norm, not the exception. Childhood obesity rates are skyrocketing, and type 2 diabetes, once rare in kids, is now a growing epidemic.
Researchers compared hospitalizations at a Louisiana hospital from 2019 to 2020 and found cases and severity of type 2 diabetes in children increased significantly during the peak of the pandemic.
Do we really want this for the next generation? Our kids deserve better, and it starts with us making informed choices and setting a healthier example. Then there's the financial impact. Healthcare costs are through the roof, and much of it is tied to treating sugar-related illnesses. We're spending billions on medications, doctor visits, and hospital stays. Imagine the relief on our wallets if we could cut down on these preventable diseases just by cutting down on sugar. But here's the kicker. We have the power to change this. By being aware of the sugar traps and making conscious choices, we can take control of our health. Start by reading labels, cutting back on sugary drinks, and choosing whole, unprocessed foods. Small changes can make a big difference over time. Watching this video is your first step towards breaking free from the sugar shackles. It's about taking back control of your health and your life. We've got to be vigilant, educate ourselves, and support each other in making healthier choices. The power is in your hands, and it's time to use it. Remember, this isn't medical advice, just some real talk about our environment today. Always check with your doctor for specific concerns, but know that you have the power to make healthier choices and break free from sugar addiction. It's time to take a stand against the food industry and big pharma and reclaim our health. Let's be truly healthy, y'all!